Hey YouTube. Hey everyone. Today I'm going to be doing a first impressions of the Anastasia Contour Cream Kit, and this is in the fair shade, which is I think one of their newer shades. From my understanding they did light, medium, dark or deep or something, and then they brought out fair to have something that was truly light. And it's cream, so I'm really excited to try this. I started to open it and then I was like, no, I should just leave it. My expectations is gonna, it's funny, I'm picturing it, I've actually never felt it, any of these cream products. I feel like it's gonna be really dry, hard to blend. I know you think, why would I buy that? I want it to be amazing. I do. I've got really, I have high expectations, but then I have what I'm expecting the consistency to be. I've got very dry skin, so I really don't want it to be dry, so fingers crossed. With that in mind, I've picked out some products that I think are going to give it the best chance possible, so really hydrating, really fluid, and I can make it as matte as I want afterwards, but whilst I'm blending, hopefully it blends well, it'll be nice and creamy. I'm going to start by pulling out my hair. I have a few little ugly bits on my face from, I've started using retinol from my dermatologist, and it is making me purge a little. They're different to breakouts because they come and they go, like it'll pop up and then this will disappear tomorrow. As opposed to being like big and sore. So I mean, I guess it's good, it's getting rid of some things that have been dormant for a while, but I'm just trying not to look at it and think about the long-term benefits and go with that. I'm going to use the Kat Von D Lock-It Featherweight Primer because it is really nice and hydrating. I really like this actually. I'm nearly out and I will definitely repurchase it. I'm just going to use my hands. If it was every day, I'd probably also use something on my pore areas, but they tend to be a little bit more drying and harder to blend over, so I'm going to avoid that just for today, just to see. I just want to give it the best chance possible. That is in. I'm going to go in with foundation. I'm going to use the Too Faced Born This Way. I use shade Ivory. It doesn't set on my skin, so I thought it would be really good to give it to blend over. Pop him up. Oh. So I'm just going to conceal my, I'm not going to go crazy with the concealer because I assume I'm going to use the kit there. So I'm just going to go over where I've got some blemishes and a little bit under my eye. Okay. So this is, oh, it's clear on top. That's fun. It's got a peely sticker, so I'm going to peel that off. Look. So the clear top, I like the clear top already. So the shades are, so that's it. The shades go Mink, Shadow, Fawn, Fair, Luster, and Soft Light. So Luster, I can definitely see has some sheen to it, so I'm guessing it's going to be like a cream highlighter. This one here looks a bit more pinky, a bit more yellowy. Obviously, deepest, like a bit more taupe, and a bit more like a warm bronze. And it has no how-to, so it has no how-to, so I'm guessing I just kind of go in. I'm going to start by using like a little cream brush. Should I feel what they feel? I feel like I should feel what they feel like. It was a bit of a silly place to do it, but we've got Mink, Shadow, and Fawn. I feel like I would go Fawn. Maybe Fawn and Mink smushed together. Fawn is very ashy. Mink is very dark. But they do actually feel quite. So then for the lighter shades, these are gonna be really hard to see because I am really light here, but it is Fair, Luster, and Soft Light. Soft Light is pretty much my exact skin tone, which is why it's really hard to see. Luster has a clear base and it's got a little bit of a different texture to the other ones. It's really like emollient, so that I think is just definitely to like use on top. It's really pretty, like really pretty. And then Fair is kind of on my skin the stronger of the two, so I think that's what I would go in with. Interesting. Okay, wipe them off. This palette I think would get very grubby. Okay, so I think I'm gonna go in with Fawn, the taupier of the shades, and I've got like a little cream brush. Oh, it's really. It's very ashy on me. So I feel like I would use this for like bone structure, and then I might use the other one to warm up my face. Okay, I'm going to use my little Real Techniques blender, and I'm going to layer. It actually blends quite nice. I do feel like this color on my skin is maybe a little ashy, and I would probably feel more comfortable with the warmer shades. So I'm just gonna take, so the warmer one is Shadow. Yeah, that's gonna be better. I'm gonna take a little bit to warm it up there. And we're just gonna do, yeah, it's gonna be more my, it actually, yeah, I like it. I'm gonna go in with, which one should I do? We want the lighter one. I think we go in with the one that's my skin tone. I'm gonna use a foundation brush. I think I'm actually most excited for the sparkly one. Definitely, this one's pretty bright on my skin, which is really, like anyone else that's fair you know it's quite hard. I feel like it's maybe this one might be a little pinky. I'm looking crazy. Might just take a little bit of the, I'm gonna try this one on my nose, the Fair. I feel like that's more pigmented, like really, really pigmented. So I feel like the cream sparkly one is obviously meant to go like over your powder, but I am gonna try a little bit and see how it goes under the powder, see if it's strong enough. So I'm just gonna I'm gonna do this on my finger though. Do like a little bit there. Such a pretty color. It reminds me a lot of Max Luna. Really pretty. So I feel like it's not settling into my pores. It's blended really nice with the foundation. What I'm going to do is, I always set my makeup 9.5 times out of 10. So I am gonna let it settle. And then while it's settling, I'm gonna do my eyebrows. And then I'm going to set, like, make sure there's no creasing. And then set it, and then hopefully see how we're looking. I have some eyebrows. I'm just going to decrease myself. So I'm going to put some CMA powder on my little powder puff. Okay, so I'm gonna let that set. I'm gonna do the rest of my makeup, and then I'm gonna come back and we'll check in, see how it is, and I'll give you my final thoughts and views. See you in a minute. So I'm back now. I've put on the rest of my makeup. Ooh, it's a brush hair. I feel like the powder is sitting really nice over it. I feel like it's probably not as strong as I thought it was going to be, so maybe I could use like the darker one if I wanted to. I do feel like under my eyes is really bright in a good way, so I feel like that was great. I feel like I could go a little bit deeper with a contour if it was like nighttime. I am gonna try, it's just the last thing, to layer. Now that it's powdered, I want to see how the cream, the luster, layers over powder. Actually, it's actually quite good. It is really, it almost feels like an oily consistency. So you could probably do this and then put your powder highlighter over the top if you wanted to, but it actually layers really nicely. I'm shocked because a lot of the time the cream over the powder, We've all had it. It's not very cute. Even. Yeah, love. Love. Okay, so kind of final thoughts. This retails for 70 Australian dollars at Sephora. I always get Sephora mixed up, which has which. You get for your $70, does it say how much? Net weight 4.5 grams. I feel like it would take you some time to get through them, with considering they are very pigmented, and you know, how often it depends how often you're going to use them. I do love that the pans pop out. They've got these little wells on the side, so you can obviously pop them out and replace them, because you are probably going to go through certain shades quicker than others. They blend really beautifully, and it is a really good color range for someone who is fair. I don't think I've seen a cheaper dupe, at least in Australia, that is this light and has a really usable range of dark colors, especially in a cream palette. All of the cheaper ones I've seen have had just really, for me, unusable shades. And you think, well, what is the point? I would rather spend $70 and get something where I can use the entirety and actually use it, as opposed to spending $10 to $12 and probably only using 1 or 2 shades. Yeah, so highly recommended. I'm gonna say like an 8 out of 10. Like, I'm not like 10, everyone must go buy it. It's a nice to have, but it works really, really well, and I feel like I'm gonna get a lot of use out of it. So thanks for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. It's my first time doing a first impressions, so if you've got any comments or feedback or anything like that, please feel free to write a little note down below or send me a message, and I'll see you next time. Bye.